Hello everyone, I'm Krishna Nagar, your maths teacher, and today we are going to discuss about the next topic, that is irrational numbers. So what are irrational numbers? Any real number that cannot be expressed as a quotient of two integers is called irrational number. For example, there are no two numbers among integers and fractions that equals the square root of 2. A counterpart problem in measurement would be to find the length of the diagonal of a square whose side is 1 unit long. There is no subdivision of the unit length that will be divided evenly into the length of the diagonal. There are more examples of irrational numbers. For example, root 5, root 11, root 21, or we can say any number whose square root cannot be calculated is a irrational number, root 3, root 7, or we can say that the prime numbers, under root of prime numbers is also irrational numbers, right? Now, other than these square root numbers, the numbers, for example, 0.01001, 0001, and so on, such numbers are also called irrational numbers. You know who introduced the term irrational number? Yes, Pythagoreans in Greece was the famous mathematician and philosopher. He introduced the number which are not rational around 400 BC, and these numbers are called irrational numbers, and root 2 is the number which he introduced first. Now, so the collection of all rational numbers and irrational numbers collectively known as real number. So there are no other numbers which are not covered under these real numbers. That means we have included all irrational numbers or irrational numbers, and this group form real number. So therefore real number is a group of rational numbers and irrational numbers. Okay, so hence we can represent each real number by a unique point on number line, or we can say that each point on the number line represent a unique real number, right? Now, in 1870, two German mathematicians, Cantor and Dedekind, showed that the corresponding to each real number there is a point on real number line, and corresponding to each point on number line there exists a unique real number. So it was discovered by these two mathematicians. Now let's understand the examples. How to locate the various points on number line. Up to here you already learned how to locate rational numbers on number line in your earlier classes. Now let's learn to locate irrational numbers on number line. So let's begin with the location of root 2 on number line. Now we know that if we draw a square of unit side, that means 1 unit, and this is also 1 unit, and if we join O and B, the diagonal, so by Pythagoras theorem, the diagonal length of the diagonal would be 1 square plus 1 square, that is root 2 square. Now using this criteria or this as a base, we will draw root 2 on number line. So first we will draw a number line. Okay, now from 0 to 0.1, it is 1 unit. Okay, we will draw a perpendicular AB on point A, which is also of 1 unit, and join OB. Now because OB is the diagonal of this right angle triangle of unit height and unit base. So the length of OB is under root 2. Now we will place the pointer of our compass at point O, and as taking radius OB, and we will draw an arc which will intersect at P, on number line. And we know that the radius of any circle is always equal on each side. So point P will show, or we can say OP is the distance of root 2. So P point represents the distance root 2. This is how we can locate any irrational number on the number line. Let's understand it again. This is a number line. We will take initially 0 and mark a point A, which would be 1 unit, and we will draw a perpendicular at AB, which is also of 1 unit. Join OB. Okay, so this OB would be of under root 1 square plus 1 square, that is equal to under root 2. Taking OB as radius, we will mark an arc which will intersect at point P on number line, and this point P represent root 2. Okay. Now, how to locate root 3 on number line? Now we learned how to draw the root 2 on number line. So we will proceed for root 3. Now, as we have already drawn the up to here, means we have already drawn the point root 2 on number line. So taking root 2 as base, and we will draw a perpendicular at point B, D. This is 1 unit. Again, using Pythagoras theorem, the OD is equal to root 2 square plus 1 square is equal to root 3. And we will take OD as radius and make an arc which will intersect at point Q on number line, and this point Q will represent root 3. Okay. Now, this is the exercise. So, let's discuss the question. The first question is, state whether the following statements are true or false. Justify your answer. What you have to do, you have to check whether the statements are right or wrong, and you have to give the reason for your answer. The first statement states that every irrational number is a real number. True or false? Yes, it is true. Every point on number line is in the form of root m, where m is a natural number. So, this is also true. Every real number is an irrational number. No. Every real number is not an irrational number. Real numbers are the group of rational and irrational numbers. The third question is, represent root 5 on number line. Okay, so how we are going to do that? We will draw a number line, say xy. Okay, mark a point O and A as 1 unit. Draw a perpendicular of 1 unit, that is B. Join OB, and you know this would be root 2. Okay, now again draw a length of unit up to C. Join OC, and this would be root 3. Again draw a line of 1 unit, join this point, this would be root 4. And again draw a length of 1 unit, join this, and this would be of length 5, root 5. Taking radius OE, mark a arc on number line. So this point P would be the root 5. This is the one method, and we let's discuss one more method. If you want to draw root 5 directly, we know that root 5 could be written as 4 plus 1 under root, right? So this could be written as 2 square plus 1 square. Okay, so now draw a line, mark a point 0, 1, and this 2, 3. Okay, so this is our number line xy. Now take 2 unit as base and draw a perpendicular at this point, say A point. This is 1 unit, this is 2 unit. When we join these 2 points, this would be 2 square plus 1 square under root, that is root 5. Okay, so this is point B. Take radius OB and mark an arc like this. So this point P will be root 5. This is how we can also draw the root 5. Got it? Now the fourth is the activity. What you have to do, this is the activity, you have to do it by yourself. What you have to do is construct the square root spiral. Okay, what is square root spiral actually? You have to just mark the square roots as I explain in here. So you have to keep doing this, and you will find that one beautiful spiral will be there. So read this question carefully and draw it on a large paper. Okay, so students, we are done with this exercise. Hope you all understand it. Thank you.